hustle on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustle on a mission. Trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the heavens.
Whoa. Hey, what you want? Hey, come here.
Rules. Because LeBron is signing a 2-year minimum deal instead of a 1-year veteran minimum contract, his salary counts differently against the cap. Instead of counting only around a his salary counts differently against the cap. Instead of counting only around $2.4 million, his deal counts from full $3.9 million per year. The difference pushes Philadelphia over the first apron by around $600,000. So before LeBron can officially put on a Sixers jersey, the team has to make some roster moves first. Philadelphia will likely have to waive or move some of the roster players to create enough room for both LeBron James and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. But this isn't a sign that the deal is falling apart. This is just one more example of NBA navigating complicated salary cap rules. The only question is, what other moves will Philadelphia make before LeBron officially becomes a 76er? The Philadelphia 76ers cannot sign LeBron James just yet because of this one off reason. Let me explain. After a week of waiting, LeBron made his decision. He's joining Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Jaylen Brown in Philadelphia on a 2-year, $8 million contract. But here's the crazy part. Philadelphia cannot officially sign LeBron James just yet, and it all comes down to the NBA's salary cap rules. Because LeBron is signing a 2-year minimum deal instead of a 1-year veteran minimum contract, his salary counts differently against the cap. Instead of counting only around $2.4 million, his deal counts for the full $3.9 million in the first year. That small difference pushes Philadelphia over the first apron by around $600,000. So before LeBron can officially put on a Sixers jersey, the team has to make some roster moves first. Philadelphia will likely have to waive or move some of the roster players to create enough room for both LeBron James and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. But this isn't a sign that the deal is falling apart. This is just one more example of NBA teams having to navigate the complicated salary cap rules. The king is coming to Philly. The only question is, what other moves will Philadelphia make before LeBron officially becomes a 76er? The Philadelphia 76ers cannot sign LeBron James just yet because of this one odd reason. Let me explain. After weeks of waiting, LeBron made his decision. He's joining Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Jaylen Brown in Philadelphia on a 2-year, $8 million contract. But here's the crazy part. Philadelphia cannot officially sign LeBron James just yet, and it all comes down to the NBA's salary cap rules. Because LeBron is signing a 2-year minimum deal instead of a 1-year veteran minimum contract, his salary counts differently against the cap. Instead of counting only around $2.4 million, his deal counts for the full $3.9 million in the first year. That small difference pushes Philadelphia over the first apron by around $600,000. So before LeBron can officially put on a Sixers jersey, the team has to make some roster moves first. Philadelphia will likely have to waive or move some of the roster players to create enough room for both LeBron James and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. But this isn't a sign that the deal is falling apart. This is just one more example of NBA teams having to navigate the complicated salary cap rules. The king is coming to Philly. The only question is, what other moves will Philadelphia make before joining Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Jaylen Brown in Philadelphia on a 2-year, $8 million contract. But here's the crazy part. Philadelphia cannot officially sign LeBron James just yet, and it all comes down to the NBA's salary cap rules. Because LeBron is signing a 2-year minimum deal instead of a 1-year veteran minimum contract, his salary counts differently against the cap. Instead of counting only around $2.4 million, his deal counts for the full $3.9 million in the first year. That small difference pushes Philadelphia over the first apron by around $600,000. So before LeBron can officially put on a Sixers jersey, the team has to make some roster moves first. Philadelphia will likely have to waive or move some end-of-roster players to create enough room for both LeBron James and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. But this isn't a sign that the deal is falling apart.
Don't worry about that.
This is just one more example of NBA teams having to navigate the complicated salary cap rules. The king is coming to Philly. The only question is, what other moves will Philadelphia make before LeBron officially becomes a 76er? The Philadelphia 76ers cannot sign LeBron James just yet because of this one odd reason. Let me explain. After weeks of waiting, LeBron made his decision. He's joining Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Jaylen Brown in Philadelphia.
Don't worry about this. Here. Hey. It could be up, but just not that much. I don't need to be hearing that shit over here. All right, what's up, y'all? We back in the lit house. I almost got myself all the way together. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know what that is. Dead presidents. Moses Malone Jr. and James Harden beefing.
You weren't supposed to spar, nigga. You were supposed to come to chill on stream.
Third time this nigga inducted, and I'm starting to feel like he a little sucker. This is gonna be the last time I'm gonna fuck with this nigga. I told him already a bunch of times, nigga, when I'm pulling up, I'm a very busy man. A strip club, I got property, I got...
Man, shut up, nigga. Don't come back. Don't deal with your property in the weekend strip club, then. You lying on stream, though, man. Nigga, nobody said nothing about none of that, gang. You weren't supposed to spar, nigga. You were supposed to come to chill on stream.
Third time this nigga inducted, and I'm starting to feel like he a little sucker. This is gonna be the last time I'm gonna fuck with this nigga. I told him already a bunch of times, nigga, when I'm pulling up, I'm a very busy man. A strip club, I got property, I got...
Man, shut up, nigga. Don't come back. Don't deal with your property in the weekend strip club, then. You lying on stream, though, man. Nigga, nobody said nothing about none of that, gang. You weren't supposed to spar, nigga. You were supposed to come to...
Like that. Right here. What? Oh, he doubled. On my mama, you did. Nigga, he got the. He caught the ball back and he dribbled. On my life. I'm not making this shit up. On my he doubled. On my mama, you did. Nigga, he Oh, he doubled. On my mama, you did. Nigga, he got the. He caught the ball back and he dribbled. On my life. Oh, he double. He double. On my mama, you did. On my nigga, he got this. He caught the ball back. What's up, bro? Chilling.
You got beef with my boy Trey Living?
No, not really.
Not really? Nah, my boy, you know he deal with the Crips out here, right?
I ain't worried about y'all.
You worried about us?
You a Crip?
Yeah, bro.
Okay. Y'all, there's no way y'all can't press somebody that's not in the game. You know what I mean? Like if I was a blood, that makes sense. But you can't press me. I don't got no beef with y'all.
But you over here trying to talk shit about my boy and trying to ego my boy. That shit weird as fuck.
You don't know Trey Living. You don't know Trey Living.
Don't know Trey Living?
No.
Bro, gang.
Yeah, we know them niggas. What's up, bro? Chilling.
You got beef with my boy Trey Living?
No, not really.
Not really? Nah, my boy, you know he deal with the Crips out here, right?
I ain't worried about y'all.
You worried about us?
You a Crip?
Yeah, bro.
Okay. Y'all, there's no way y'all can't press somebody that's not in the game. You know what I mean? Like if I was a blood, that makes sense. But you can't press me. I don't got no beef with y'all.
But you over here trying to talk shit about my boy and trying to ego my boy. That shit weird as fuck.
You don't know Trey Living. You don't know Trey Living.
Don't know Trey Living?
No.
Bro, gang.
Yeah, we know them niggas. What's up, bro? Chilling.
You got beef with my boy Trey Living?
No, not really.
Not really? Nah, my boy, you know he deal with the Crips out here, right?
I ain't worried about y'all.
You worried about us?
What's come from? Jason. Trey, really, bro? Trey.
How you doing, Prime?
Jason.
Nice to meet you.
And this is Cosby Trey. Nah, bro.
Trey Living.
Nah, bro. You already messing up. He should make you do 150 burpees, bro.
Bro, I'm trying to spark my Zaza. Because I want to smoke, gang.
What's come from?
Jason.
Trey, really, bro? Trey.
How you doing, Prime?
Jason.
Nice to meet you.
And this is Cosby Trey. Nah, bro.
Trey Living.
Nah, bro. You already messing up. He should make you do 150 burpees, bro.
Bro, I'm trying to spark my Zaza. Because I want to smoke, gang.
What's come from?
Jason.
Trey, really, bro? Trey.
How you doing, Prime?
Jason.
Nice to meet you.
And this is Cosby Trey. Nah, bro.
Trey Living.
Nah, bro. You already messing up. He should make you do 150 burpees, bro.
Bro, I'm trying to spark my Zaza.
What's up, bro? Chilling.
What's come from?
Jason.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone with an idea and a drive to bring it to life.
It's a real fight scenario. You can use elbows too. So when he's holding the ball, you can hold him like this. Boom. Boom.
Hey, tell my TV that song, gang. Nah, man, that shit crazy, bro. I had my shit on all day. I ain't heard my shit go off yet. Had my shit on all day. Been wearing this shit for the past 2 weeks. Shit went off twice. I'm just carrying dead weight at this point. Hey, let's show my TPS on, gang. Nah, man.
I don't know what the fuck wrong with my phone, man. This bitch just keep shutting down, powering on. I just need to get a new phone.
If you got hit, even as a passenger or in an Uber, you need to try this. I'm an attorney. I've been doing this for years. And I'm standing here because most people walk away from accidents leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table and nobody tells them. Look at this. This is a real settlement. One of our clients, car accident, almost a year after when he came to us.
Nolan Wells' full autopsy is done. His toxicology results are done. We're going to get to exactly what's in that state autopsy soon, and trust me, there's a twist in how you're actually going to get to see it. But first, there's a second thing happening right now that's just as big. A team is going through Nolan's phone, his Snapchat, his TikTok, everything that was ever deleted, racing to rebuild his last day minute by minute before that trail.
All right, we back with the Nolan Wells update. We're going to start this off right. This is the Lit House, Home Inc. TV. Hustlers on a mission every motherfucking day.
Brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners home, babe, they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustle on a mission. Trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the heavens.
Welcome back to the Lit House. This is the Lit House, Home Inc. TV. Hustlers on a mission every day. Dividendsapparel.com. Whatever you do, make sure you do it capital. Create a positive impact today and later. You feel me? Fuck them haters. Get your paper straight like that. This is another real nigga reaction. You feel me? Get you some rest and relaxation on this good Saturday afternoon. And remember, real niggas do what they want to do. Bitch niggas do what they can. Hoe ass niggas gonna talk about it, and fuck niggas gonna hate regardless. I promise you that. So do your shit to the motherfucking fullest.
Nolan Wells' full autopsy is done. His toxicology results are done. We're going to get to exactly what's in that state autopsy soon, and trust me, there's a twist in how you're actually going to get to see it. But first, there's a second thing happening right now that's just as big. A team is going through Nolan's phone, his Snapchat, his TikTok, everything that was ever deleted, racing to rebuild his last day minute by minute before that trail goes cold for good. Also, the expert that analyzed the audio from the boat has now released a detailed video of everything she did, and we'll be sharing that soon. And there's a real forensic pathologist, zero connection to this case, nothing to gain either way, who just looked at the exact same evidence you have and found one detail buried in it that changes how you should be reading this entire case. We're going through all of it together, piece by piece, the same way any real investigation actually works. Subscribe now because you're going to want to see where this goes.
What happened to Nolan Wells? It's a mystery people across the nation are still trying to solve weeks after his body was found. As his parents try to seek out the truth, they requested a second autopsy. Tonight, we're breaking down the preliminary findings of that second autopsy. I spoke with Dr. Judy Melanek, a board-certified pathologist who is not affiliated with this case, about the report. So in cases where a body is found in or around water, what do forensic pathologists tend to look out for when conducting an autopsy?
When a body's in water, it's not always clear whether they died as a result of being in the water, meaning that they drowned, or they died of something else and they were just disposed of in the water. So if there is traumatic injury to the body, like a stab wound or a gunshot wound or strangulation, that would kill the person, generally we will defer to that as the cause of death. We will say the cause of death is the trauma and being in the water is irrelevant. Versus if we find, for example, a natural disease process like a heart attack, then if a person had a heart attack while they were swimming, we would still call that a drowning, but we would acknowledge the heart disease as a significant contributing condition. And the same thing would apply for something like drugs or alcohol that incapacitate you and cause you to drown. The cause of death would be drowning, but we would put the drugs or the alcohol as a significant contributing condition.
In the preliminary discussion of the report, the forensic pathologist mentioned several limitations he encountered, one being the absence of several neck structures. For most people, that kind of sounds odd that the body was sent without those parts. But as the report states, that's actually a common forensic pathology practice. Can you explain why those structures might have...
That lady said if you fuck around, if the person had a heart attack while they was swimming, it's still a drown. Like, fuck. I remember having like a minor little heart attack. I ain't never go to the doctor for this shit, so I ain't but this shit was a heart attack for me. This was a minor heart attack. And I just remember like, fuck. I just remember like, shit, I need to stop moving. It felt like if I took 2 more steps, my fucking heart was gonna explode like dude off Kill Bill and shit. That shit, that 5-point pressure point shit, whatever that shit, man. Y'all take care of
been
yourself.
kept during the initial autopsy.
You'll never know when that shit hit.
So the neck structures would be where you would see any evidence of injury to the neck or potentially strangulation injury. Retaining those structures does not necessarily mean that they have trauma there. They may have been retained out of an abundance of caution, but they may have also shown some sort of injury or disease process like obstruction that necessitated their being kept by the medical examiner because it's evidence. So retaining tissue or organs in a high profile or suspicious case is common practice for a medical examiner and is not sign of any kind of conspiracy or cover up. That is exactly what the medical examiner is supposed to do when they have a case where they either find trauma or they don't find trauma, but they want to keep it because of the circumstances and the suspicions that have been raised.
The thing about the second autopsy that really stood out to me was that 12 by 8 inch focal area of red discoloration in the deep soft tissues on the back of his head. And there were no lacerations of the overlying skin or fractures on the skull, according to the report. But can you discuss what could have caused that discoloration?
The second postmortem exam was done on a body that had been several days from being found. So we're dealing with, I believe, 2 days between when Nolan Wells was first missing and when his body was found and then autopsied, and another 4 days that have passed until the second postmortem exam. So the body is decomposed, it falls apart after death, and discoloration could be a sign of injury, like bleeding, or it could also be a sign of some sort of pressure being applied, potentially during the first autopsy itself. So this particular location on the back of the head is a common area where we place a block during the first autopsy, and that may have been the source of the discoloration, and it may have absolutely nothing to do with trauma. The only way to know is to get pieces of tissue under the microscope, and that is something that Dr. Mitchell, the pathologist who did the second autopsy, is going to be doing to look to see if that discoloration is bleeding or hemorrhage.
Why might the initial autopsy not have included a dissection of the back of the head where that discoloration was found, like the second autopsy did?
In part, first autopsy pathologists might not autopsy that area or dissect that area because they don't see anything on the surface of the skin when the body is fresher, so they don't suspect that there's any trauma there. And they may have other parts of the body that have significant findings that they're focusing their attention on. So it's not unusual for a second autopsy pathologist who's given a body that is starting to decompose to work harder to look at areas that
So the discoloration that Judge Mathis was talking about, it could have been from the first autopsy, how they laid him down, and how she said a block was on the back of his head and shit. So I don't know, but that doesn't completely rule out my theory. See, Judge Mathis' theory was that somebody could have been holding his head underwater and shit to drown him, which I don't really believe. I believe, if anything, it'd be like back of the head, slip and fall. That's what I was thinking about, like slip and fall and shit. But I don't know. He could have slipped and fell. Them kids could have panicked. Jits panicked and they know they were doing drugs, all type of shit. And they just tried to make that shit look like something else. That's what it seemed like to me. I don't even know if he slipped and fell. I'm just saying that's just a theory. But that could be what a color coming like the block.
The first pathologist may not have looked at
That she
because
said.
they hadn't suspected injury there since when the body was fresh. They didn't see any external signs of injury.
And we're all, of course, still waiting on that toxicology report from the initial autopsy. Now, based on these preliminary findings that were laid out in this report and the questions that, still remain about the circumstances surrounding Wells's death, did this case really come down to that toxicology report?
I doubt it.
Yes.
It's not a single report that answers
No.
any question. It can
Yes
give you a
and
piece of
no.
the puzzle, but you really need the scene and the circumstances. What is going to make or break?
I say yes because it's gonna prove that some other shit was present other than alcohol that them jits need to be investigated and charged with something. Cause they trying to put cocaine on the man. So if it's some it need to be search warrants on all the jits, wherever they stay at, and see where the cocaine come from. See who house, see where the cocaine come from, or who got it.
This case is going to be the police investigation,
That's what
finding
they'll
out
do. That's what
exactly
they'll
how he
do
got
to
into the
niggas.
water, whether he was alone or whether there were other people with him at the time. That's going to make the difference in terms of determining whether it was an accident, as in an accidental drowning, or potentially a homicide.
Let's start with the hunt for what was deleted. Here's what.
As in an accidental drowning, or it's going to make the difference in terms of determining
Is that
whether
his
it was
highlight?
an accident,
He's number 14.
a piece of the puzzle.
About the circumstances surrounding Wells's death findings that were all
hadn't suspected injury there since when the body was fresh. They didn't see any external signs of injury.
And we're all, of course, still waiting on
injury. They work harder to look at areas that the first pathologist made.
Findings that case really come down to that toxicology report.
I doubt it. It's not a single report that answers any question. It can give you a piece of the puzzle, but you really need the scene and the circumstances. What is going to make or break this case is going to be the police investigation, finding out exactly how he got into the water, whether he was alone or whether there were other people with him at the time. That's going to make the difference in terms of determining whether it was an accident, as in an accidental drowning, or potentially a difference in terms of determining whether it was an accident, as in an accidental drowning, or potentially a homicide.
Let's start with the hunt for what was deleted. Here's what most people.
As in an accidental drowning, or potentially a homicide.
Let's start with the hunt for what was deleted. Here's what most people don't realize. A phone doesn't actually forget. Not really. Delete a message, delete a photo, delete a snap, and in a lot of cases the data is still sitting there just hidden, waiting for someone with the right tools to pull it back out. That's exactly what's happening right now with Nolan's digital footprint, and it's one of the more consequential things moving in this case that almost nobody's talking about yet. Christine has subpoenaed Meta, Snapchat, and TikTok directly. His messages, his photos, his location data, all of it. This isn't the criminal investigation. This is her own legal track, one she controls. We talked to a digital forensics analyst about exactly what this could actually produce, and here's the plan as he laid it out. Take everything those subpoenas eventually hand over and lay it directly against the boat's GPS data we already have, when it left, when it slowed down, when it suddenly sped back up, and against the timeline of that distress call. Line it all up by the second. What do you get? Something a lot closer to a single, unbroken timeline than a pile of separate facts. When was a photo actually taken? Was Nolan still on that island at a specific minute, or already gone? Does anything in that data quietly contradict what's already been said out loud? Now here's where it gets genuinely interesting. Recovering deleted content is one thing. But real forensic extraction tools, the kind serious digital forensics firms use, not some app you download, can often tell you when something was deleted, not just what it was. That's a completely different kind of fact. If investigators can nail down a deletion timestamp on any of Nolan's accounts, that timestamp becomes its own independent piece of evidence, sitting right there next to the GPS data and the call logs, regardless of what the deleted content itself turns out to say. And it's not stopping at Nolan's own accounts. The family has sent preservation notices, legal warnings to not delete or touch anything relevant, not just to investigators but directly to the family members of Nolan's friends. Think about what that actually means. A preservation notice is a formal line in the sand. Touch this evidence and that action itself can be used against you later. Our analyst, a former detective himself, put it bluntly, courts can treat destroyed evidence as an implied admission of guilt, even without proving what was actually in it. That's exactly why these notices go out wide and go out early. It's not necessarily an accusation aimed at any one person who gets one. It's a legal tripwire that stays live no matter what happens next. And here's the part that tells you this is about more than just the criminal case. Sending preservation notices this broadly, to family members, not just direct witnesses, is exactly what attorneys do when they're quietly building toward a civil lawsuit, running on a completely separate track from whatever the DA's office decides to do. And a civil suit plays by different rules entirely. Lower burden of proof. Broad discovery, where both sides can be compelled to hand over documents and sit for depositions under oath, sometimes producing more raw day-to-day detail than a criminal case ever could, because a criminal defendant has constitutional protections a civil one doesn't. It doesn't reach as far as a grand jury subpoena. It can't touch that sealed autopsy, for instance, which stays locked inside the criminal process alone. But it means this family isn't just waiting on prosecutors. They're building their own separate door, one they can walk through no matter what happens with the other one. Now for the forensic pathologist. I know you're eager to hear what the state autopsy says, but we'll get into that soon. Dr. Judy Melanek is board certified. She has no connection to this case whatsoever, no relationship with the family, none with investigators. She watched the same public information everyone else saw and gave her own read on it, expert to camera, no agenda either direction. That matters because what she says next isn't speculation dressed up as expertise. It's the real thing. Drowning isn't something a pathologist just writes down because a body was found in water. It's what's called a diagnosis of exclusion, meaning you have to rule out everything else first. A gunshot wound. stabbing, strangulation, natural disease. Only once every other explanation has been eliminated does drowning actually become the answer on the death certificate. There's a wrinkle worth knowing. If someone has a heart attack while swimming and that's what causes them to go under, the cause of death is still recorded as drowning, with the heart attack listed as a contributing factor, because without the water, that same heart attack might not have killed them.
I'm Dr. Judy Melanek. I'm a board-certified forensic pathologist, and I just watched the Nolan Wells press conference, and I wanted to share some context for everyone. Being able to definitively state the cause of death after a body has not been found for several days and has been subsequently autopsied twice with signs of decomposition is incredibly, incredibly unlikely. Drowning is what's called a diagnosis of exclusion, which means that when you've got a fresh body, you want to be able to look at the body and see if there's any other causes of death for that body that is found in water that exclude the death being exclusively a drowning. So for example, if someone is shot and then thrown in the water, you'll have that gunshot and they'll be bleeding and the gunshot will be the cause of death, and the thrown in the water is not the cause of death. It's not even on the death certificate. If a person is strangled and they die from strangulation and then their dead body is thrown in the water, their body will take on water. The cause of death is going to be strangulation, not drowning. Also for any kind of traumatic injuries. Now we're going to talk about natural death for a second. If someone has a heart attack while they are swimming, and because they're having a heart attack as they're exercising in the water, and they take on water and they drown, the cause of death is actually drowning, and the heart attack is listed on the death certificate under other significant conditions contributing to death. So even though the heart attack might have killed them on dry land, it might not have. Most certainly they wouldn't have drowned on dry land. So we defer to the hostile environment, which is the water, to call it a drowning. Now, identifying natural disease and identifying trauma is relatively easy in a fresh body. It can be very difficult in a decomposed body. His body was found 2 days after he disappeared, and this second autopsy done by Dr. Roger Mitchell wasn't until 4 days later. So we're dealing with quite a bit of decomposition, even if the body was refrigerated during that time. And then we have this other issue of the fact that not all the results are back. The toxicology would have been done on the fluids from the body from the first autopsy. From the second autopsy, you're going to have a lot higher alcohol levels from the decomposition caused by bacteria, not caused by drinking. So again, it's the fluid and blood from the first autopsy that really matter. And the other thing you have to consider, and there's one other important piece of information from that press conference, which is that the neck block, the portion of the neck from the front end, was missing. So Dr. Mitchell did not have a chance to examine that part of Nolan Wells' anatomy. Why is that important? Because if somebody is strangled, especially manual strangulation, the injuries are going to be to the front of the neck. There may be some redness at the back of the neck as well, if injury comes from behind, but generally this part of the neck doesn't have the major blood vessels and the airway. It's the front of the neck that does. So compression or damage to the front of the airway, that's going to be found in the neck block that is still sitting at the medical examiner's office that was not released with the body. So you may ask, is this common practice for pathologists to keep a portion of the anatomy with them at the medical examiner's office and not release it to the family? And the answer is yes. We will sometimes retain important specimens that have pathology in a jar under formaldehyde at the medical examiner's office for further examination or as evidence. And the absence of that neck block is really important because we still don't have information from the first autopsy that has not been released yet. So we don't know if it was kept out of an abundance of caution, meaning that it didn't have any findings and it was negative, or it was kept because it has findings, because there's a broken hyoid bone, or because there's hemorrhage in the strap muscles. Until we get that first autopsy report, we don't know why it's been retained. So why should anybody do a second autopsy? A second autopsy is often done in cases where there is a high-profile case such as this, or there is concern from the family for foul play, and they're just not getting answers from the medical examiner's office because the medical examiner's office is still doing their investigation and is keeping things under wraps, because if there is foul play, they have the evidence, they have the physical evidence that might be able to trap the killer, and they don't want to release that to the public. Even if there is no evidence of foul play, just the lack of evidence is evidence and is important information that might affect how people are interrogated, whether they're going to tell the truth or not the truth about what happened to him. You have to understand that the medical examiner's autopsy is legally mandated, and it is ultimately the most independent autopsy because it's not beholden to the family, it's not beholden to the prosecutor, to the police, to anybody else. It's an independent agency. So that is an independent autopsy, but it takes time. And it takes time until we get all the information back, including the toxicology report. And to answer the question, if somebody's intoxicated and they drown as a result of their intoxication, meaning that they're just too intoxicated to be able to swim adequately, the cause of death would still be a drowning, but the intoxication would be considered a significant contributing condition. But because of what I said about alcohol forming from bacteria after death, if the body is decomposed, you have to subtract some of that alcohol because it may have been caused by bacteria and may not have been a sign of intoxication. And you can have up to 0.20 gram percent. So 0.08 is about the legal limit in most states for driving, but you can get up to 0.20 in a massively decomposed body. So it really throws you off when you have decomposition and alcohol to try to figure out whether there's alcohol on board or whether all of it's just been made by bacteria. So I hope this answers some questions about what I saw in the press conference, what other people saw as well. I will go through the autopsy, or at least the report that's been released with a fine-tooth comb, but this is just my first impressions based on watching the press report.
The point isn't that every water death gets treated with suspicion. It's that drowning is a conclusion you earn by ruling everything else out first, not a default. That process is hard enough on a fresh body. Nolan's body wasn't recovered for 2 days, and the second autopsy didn't happen until 4 more days after that. Decomposition doesn't pause for anyone, and it doesn't just complicate an exam, it actively erases exactly the kind of surface evidence a pathologist relies on most. And then there's the detail Melanek herself flagged as the single biggest thing to come out of that press conference. A piece of Nolan's own body was missing when the second pathologist got him. The anterior neck structures, what's clinically called the neck block, simply weren't there. Here's why that matters more than almost anything else in this entire case. If someone is manually strangled, the evidence lives almost entirely in the front of the neck. That's where the airway is, where the major blood vessels run, not the back. There are 3 specific things a pathologist looks for. The hyoid bone, a small fragile bone up in the throat that can fracture under pressure. The strap muscles running down the front of the neck, where internal bleeding can happen with nothing visible on the outside. And petechiae, tiny burst blood vessels that show up in the eyes or face after sustained pressure. All 3 live in exactly the anatomy that simply wasn't there to check. Before you jump anywhere with that, Melanek is clear repeatedly that retaining tissue after a first autopsy is common, ordinary practice. Sometimes it's held back out of pure caution, nothing found at all. Sometimes it's held back because something was found. Both are equally possible right now, and there's no way to know which one applies here without the first autopsy report itself. What she will say plainly is this: without that anatomy, the second pathologist can't rule strangulation in, and he can't rule it out either. Not evidence of foul play. A real, documented gap in what this specific exam was able to determine, full stop. There's a second detail worth walking through. A roughly 12 by 8 inch patch of red discoloration found at the back of Nolan's skull, no cut in the skin above it, no fracture in the bone underneath. Here's a possibility that's gotten buried under the more dramatic version of this story. That exact spot is also where a body commonly gets physically supported on a block during a standard autopsy. Meaning this discoloration could just as easily be pressure from Nolan's very first autopsy, nothing to do with any injury he suffered while alive. Melanek says the only way to actually know is under a microscope, checking for real cellular level evidence of bleeding versus simple pooling after death or handling artifacts. That's Dr. Mitchell's next step. Until it happens, this stays exactly what it is: flagged, not proven. One more thing worth knowing before that toxicology update finally comes out. After death, bacteria in a decomposing body can actually produce alcohol on their own. No drinking required. In a body decomposed enough, that alone can push a blood alcohol reading above the legal limit purely from bacteria, up to 0.2% in some cases. Given how many days passed before Nolan was found, any alcohol reading in his toxicology is going to need real interpretation against that decomposition, not a headline treating it at face value. So what actually breaks this case open? Melanek's own answer, straight from her. Probably not the toxicology report alone. One report gives you one piece. What actually determines whether this ends up an accident or something else is the underlying investigation itself, establishing exactly how Nolan went into the water and whether he was alone when it happened. That's not a pathology question. That's a police question, and it's the one this entire update keeps circling back to. This is the video of how she extracted the new audio clip that has been trending online.
An alleged enhanced audio of the CTO call that purports to have a background conversation that is suggested sounds like people explaining the murder of Nolan. What is the legitimacy of the audio? The word Bart is in there, and I know real people with real platforms are pointing the finger at your client.
Yeah, so we don't see any legitimacy in a doctored transcript or a doctored audio that comes with a transcript, which is...
Need to be changed.
Vicky speaking. How can I help you? Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our billing phone's not working. We're thinking. Can y'all please tell me we have a membership? Oh, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Angles. Hello. Hey. Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir? It's going up. CTO assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you? Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our billing phone stopped working. We're thinking. Can y'all please tell me we have a membership? All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles. Hello. Hey.
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up.
One. No. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Go to your room.
Connection.
All right, what did I miss?
Hey, we're at the West Tip of Horn, and our village.
My boy doubled that bitch. My boy stacked that bitch up for clarity. He stacked that bitch up for clarity, and then he turned the gain up on that bitch, huh? Type of shit I used to do.
Connection.
Hey, we're at the West Tip of Porn, and our Doge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Hey, up! Shut the fuck up!
Now what he doing here is amplifying that bit. He done separated everything.
West Tip of Porn, and our Doge pump.
So he separated the background. He separated the two channels, and now he amplifying that single channel with just his side of the audio.
Hey, we're at the West Tip of Porn, and our Doge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Hey, up! Shut the fuck up!
See, that's why you can only hear his side clear as fuck. Because he separated the channel.
Hey, we're at the West Tip of Porn, and
I don't know, that shit sounded clear as a dick right there. Oh my god, Nolan is good.
Hey, we're at the West. Hey, we're at the. Hey, we're at the West Tip of Porn, and our Doge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Hey, we're at the West Tip of.
If you ain't hear that clear as day, that was clear as fuck. Y'all ain't you hear that shit?
Porn, and our Doge pump
He
stopped
cleared
working.
that bitch up so
We're
clear,
sinking.
so
Can
crisp.
y'all please come? We have a membership. Hey, up! Shut the fuck up! Hey, we're at the West Tip of Porn, and hey, we're at the West Tip of Porn, and our Doge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Hey, up! Shut the fuck up!
That shit fucked up.
Hey, we're at the West Tip of Porn, and our Doge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Hey, up! Shut the fuck up!
My boy doing his motherfucking job, boy. I remember when I used to do shit like this. Mixing tracks and shit. This ain't the same, though. This nigga is an audio analyst. Audio forensics, or whatever they call them. Forensic audio.
Here's the twist we promised at the top. Both the state autopsy and the toxicology report are finished, real, completed documents sitting in a file right now. And the public doesn't get to see either one. Not yet.
Why?
Both are being sealed until they reach a grand jury.
The Mississippi State Medical Examiner's Office announced that it has completed both Wells' autopsy and toxicology report, but those results are going to stay sealed until the grand jury gets the case. And while the medical findings are off limits, we know Wells' family is doing everything they can to get other information. Nolan's mother, for example, subpoenaed Meta, Snapchat, TikTok, Life360, seeking his messages, photos, GPS data. She pushes for answers as to what happened to her son. What are they going to learn? I want to ask digital forensics analyst Morgan Wright to talk about this. Morgan, good to see you. I have a lot of questions. So first of all, if they get all these records, okay, assuming that the companies don't put up a legal fight, if they get everything they're looking for, best case scenario, what is that going to tell them about what happened to Nolan?
That's a good question, Jesse. The thing I would do is I would take all of that information, I would map it against the GPS we have from the boat, when it left, when it slowed down, when it sped back up, map that with the call, and then map all of the digital media and the time and date stamps and location to that. So you can kind of create like a kaleidoscope, you know, just a compendium of things that show you the timeline. When were pictures taken? What kind of data is there? Was he seen on the island? Was he not? Was he seen on the boat? So, you know, we don't know what we know until they get this information, but I would start with the timeline. I would map the call against the GPS location and then map the social media when you get into that.
Will they know if information has been deleted from any of the apps from the phone and when it was deleted? Because if they can create a timeline, if he was no longer on the boat and he was on Horn Island, would they be able to know what was deleted and when it was deleted?
Yeah, there's a couple companies out there. One that a lot of people have heard about, Celebrite. They do do a lot of great work on digital forensics, you know, extraction. So yeah, if as long as it hasn't been tampered with or people haven't gotten in there looking around, that's part of the problem, right? Anytime you go in there, you start changing the footprint of what that device was. You want it in the pristine state, but Celebrite could still, an extraction like that could tell you what was there. And most of the time, depending on the operating system, who logged in and how, could tell you what was deleted, when it was deleted. That would give you some ideas if it was deleted. I'm not saying it was, but if it was, a Celebrite report could give you a lot of good facts.
There was news that came out that the family has also issued preservation notices to the family members of Nolan's friends, and I believe investigative agencies as well. My legal point of view, you're putting the pieces in place for a potential lawsuit. I've always wondered, if you go through the lawsuit route, you go through discovery, can they get answers that they may not get through the criminal investigation, the legal investigation, the law enforcement investigation? What kind of data could they get there, and how would that help them in their search for answers?
Well, look, yeah, first of all, the preservation notice, when I was a detective, we did the same thing too. It just says, don't delete the records, don't do anything. Spoilage is indication of guilt. I mean, that can be inferred in a court. So I think so far the families are all cooperating from what the record shows. So, and then what you would look at is look for communications, look for text messages, look for anything that shows contemporaneous texts or communications that might be tied with the disappearance of Nolan, when he disappeared, or was he seen? Did anybody say, I saw him? So yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can get. But when you do that, that's a civil suit, right? So you can get a lot of information in discovery in a civil suit, but the grand jury can get a lot more information because they have full subpoena power, including the toxicology, including the autopsy.
It's worth being straight about why, because it's not a special decision aimed at this case specifically. Evidence tied to a case headed toward a grand jury generally gets kept out of public view, so it can't shape a future jury pool, can't tip off anyone connected to the case about what investigators actually know, and doesn't get argued out in public opinion before it's argued in an actual courtroom. Frustrating for a family that's been waiting since July 4th. Also, legally, exactly how this is supposed to work. Now here's the part that actually matters for how you read everything else circulating about this case right now. Dr. Melanek's real analysis is careful in a specific, identifiable way, full of hedges, full of we can't know that yet, full of multiple explanations laid out honestly side by side. That carefulness isn't a weakness. It's the entire point of expert analysis. What's also floating around this case, built loosely on top of her real words, is something else. Content that strips out every hedge and keeps only the parts that sound certain. Phrases like, that's precisely what's unfolding right now, turning an honest, unresolved gap into something that reads like a confirmed conclusion. That's not the same thing as what she actually said, even when it's quoting her. There is one completely fair criticism buried in all of this, and it doesn't need any exaggeration to hold up. Jackson County Sheriff said publicly there was no foul play within days of Nolan going missing, before any autopsy, before any pathologist had even seen the body. That's a documented fact, not spin. Whether that reflected something real he'd actually seen at the scene, or was just an unfortunately premature thing to say this early, is a fair open question nobody's answered yet. What's not really in dispute? A confident public conclusion landed before the actual process meant to reach that conclusion had even started. So here's where all of this actually leaves us. A completed autopsy and toxicology report exist, and neither is public. A digital hunt is actively underway through Nolan's deleted messages and location data, racing to rebuild his last hours independently of anyone's memory of that day. A credentialed, outside pathologist has identified one specific, real, unresolved gap in the evidence: the missing neck structures that only direct access to the original file can close. And there's a real difference worth learning to spot every single time between what the evidence actually says and what people online are saying it says. For different friends have now given 4 different accounts of Nolan's final decision on that beach. None of that changed this week. What changed is that the pile of real, hard evidence sitting behind all of it got a little bigger and stayed exactly as sealed as it was before. We'll keep following this as those subpoenaed records come back, as Dr. Mitchell's tissue exam produces something conclusive, and as this moves toward a grand jury. We tell you what's confirmed, not what's implied, every single time. Subscribe so you don't miss what comes next.
Jiffy Lube's fast 15-minute oil change service is even faster than Joey Logano trying to find his car keys.
Oh, I just had them. I don't... Where?
Jiffy Lube.
Yesterday, I was on TMZ and I caught Harvey in a bold-faced lie. Yeah, but
Damn.
Harvey, how do you know? Can you confirm to me right now that it was taken on July the 4th? Also, during my interview, Harvey boldly confirmed that Nolan was not on the boat that was heading back to the mainland. And I also checked him on that comment because as far as I know, the investigation is not completed yet and no officials have confirmed if Nolan was on the boat or not.
He wasn't on that boat.
And when I am done dragging Harvey and TMZ, I'm going to tell you about Warren's dad and his plans on suing Benjamin Crump. And then I will let you know about the first arrest in the Nolan Xavier Wells case. And surprise, surprise, it has nothing to do with Nolan. Somebody has been arrested for threatening Judge Ashley Cole, who is Warren's stepmama. Pretty ironic that the first person arrested is somebody who threatened a white woman. And the updates do not stop there. I have some news about the state-ran autopsy and what's really going on behind the scenes. There has been a ton of developments over the past 24 hours in the Nolan Xavier Wells case. Sit back, relax. I'll tell you everything you need to know, and then I'll hand it off to you, the out louders. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Before I start dragging Harvey and TMZ, I would like to give them credit for one thing. Shout outs to you guys for having me on the show. As they know, and many of you might know, I drag TMZ almost every day on this channel. I pretty much talk very unfavorable of them, and I'm very critical of them and the reporting. But regardless of that, they had me on yesterday to say my piece, and that you have to respect. Now, with that out the way, let me tell you how things went down, okay? And I have the clips to show you. It's on their website right now.
Take a nap.
You can see it was posted yesterday, but I'll show you clips of it right now. It's 10 minutes. I brought it down to around like 2 minutes. They started talking about, of course, the autopsy. They started talking about Ben Crump and Judge Ashley Nicole. I'll tell you guys about that, how Warren's dad is suing Benjamin Crump for defamation, and how Judge Ashley Nicole reported that somebody was threatening her and that person has gotten arrested. So I was brought on to say my opinion of that. Now, as we got into my opinion, I pointed out, and you'll see, I pointed out the fact that I find it very ironic that a white woman, a white judge in Mississippi says, oh my gosh, I've been threatened. And just to be clear, it's not right or fair to threaten anybody, but do you have any idea how many threats Christine has gotten and there has been 0 arrests? You're going to hear me call that out. 1. 2, Harvey, to me, is the most, he says that Nolan was not on that boat. And to me, that is the most shocking thing I've heard him say, or I've heard TMZ write in this whole entire case. How can he have the audacity to say that he can confirm that Nolan was not on that boat? And when I challenge him on that, he says, well, we saw the video that Officer Tatum put out. Former Officer Tatum? You mean Officer Dingbat? That is what you're going on? You're not talking.
And that's why real niggas don't fuck with TMZ or none of that bullshit in the first place. We know they've all been compromised. So, why the fuck? The only reason TMZ gets news about anything is because they're willing to pay for that shit. And niggas gonna sell them shit. That's the only reason. It's niggas out here in YouTube willing to pay for that shit too. They gonna pay you. If the same, if not better than TMZ. And it ain't me. It damn sure ain't me. I ain't paying shit. But I know some niggas that do this shit is gonna pay you for that shit. G shit.
Telling me that a government official.
But TMZ to say that bullshit is crazy. That's why niggas, that's why real niggas don't even fuck with TMZ. Only people that fuck with shit on TV and like television. Only people that fuck with shit like that on TV. Old ass people that still watch TV. You know what I'm saying? It's like people, I want to say people under 40 definitely motherfucking selecting what the fuck they want to watch. On YouTube, Tubi, or Netflix or something. They're not watching TV. Just put
the police, the DA, nobody told you and gave you that confirmation. The investigation is still ongoing, but you want to confirm to me that Nolan was on that boat because of a video that Officer Tatum put out and some pictures? Now, when I challenge him on that fact, and I asked him, how do you know that video that Officer Tatum put out, or former Officer Tatum put out, how do you know that that's real? How do you know that that was taken on July the 4th? How do you know they didn't stage that and they took it when he went out there to record? Because you know that they did go back on that island. I asked him, do you have the date and do you have the metadata? Now, Harvey doubles down and says, yes, we have confirmed the authenticity of it. We have checked the metadata. Then you're going to see, if you look very carefully, he gazes off camera for a split second. I feel like somebody's maybe telling him something. And he goes, well, anything could be possible. So 1 second, excuse me, did you confirm it? Did you see the metadata? Are you confirming that it was July the 4th? Or are you not confirming, Harvey? I would just like to know. So watch the clip. I'm going to play maybe 30 suit, and then when he looks off camera and then backtracks on the meta.
We're told got a lot of threats, specifically.
And then backtracks on the metadata.
Warren Hudson, specifically his mother, who is a judge, she, we're told, got a lot of threats, specifically from this one man who is known as a Sacramento area man, was arrested.
And there is something else that one of the boys who was friends with his dad talked to the New York Post and said they are considering filing a defamation lawsuit against Ben Crump. What we've kind of concluded based on video that we received is that Nolan was not on that boat, that's the boat at the beginning of the trip back from Horn Island.
Yeah.
And that Nolan is not on that boat. And that's the boat that went into distress a few minutes after leaving Horn Island.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is base for.
Hey, this is Trent Out Loud, YouTuber. I think the judge threats and the Benjamin Crump defamation lawsuit is just a distraction. I think it's incredibly telling that a white woman goes out and shows us the threats she's getting, and within days there is an arrest, but there has been zero arrest when it comes to the Nolan Xavier Wells case. Do you have any idea how many threats Christine has gotten? How come there's nobody arresting for the people that are threatening her?
Well, no, listen, you first have to determine if there's foul play, right? And I don't know that they've determined that yet. So you don't go out and start arresting people until you know.
Bitch, we talking about the threats. Why didn't they arrest nobody that's threatening the mom, bitch? You talking about foul play in the case. Shut the fuck up, white. See, this is why motherfuckers
A, if there's foul play, and B, who did it? But just because there hasn't been doesn't mean there's not a real investigation behind it.
Agreed. But now let's talk about that picture that you showed up of the boat. We got that picture from Officer Tatum, former Officer Tatum. How do we know when that picture was taken? We have no metadata. We have no proof. How do we know that? And also,
well, no, but what the video? It's not a pic. We're talking about.
Well, he put out pictures and video. But
I know, but the video, we can align the video with the distress call, and he wasn't on that boat.
Yeah, but Harvey, how do you know? Has former Officer Tatum, has he provided you guys with the metadata? Do you know 100% when that video and those pictures were taken? Can you confirm to me right now that it was taken on July the 4th?
That's what we have concluded based on everything we've looked at, metadata, talking to people, and aligning it with the distress call. Yeah. Now, look, anything is possible. I'm certainly not saying it wasn't foul play because I don't know. It's just, I think jumping to conclusions at the beginning and starting to point fingers at people without really knowing, it may be fair, but what if it's really unfair and you're kind of tarnishing people who really shouldn't be tarnished? Shouldn't that be a concern?
I think if anybody who jumped to conclusions first was the Mississippi officers that jumped to conclusions 1 hour after finding his body and said, no evidence of foul play. They jumped to conclusions, not us.
Well, I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
They just want the truth.
I think that's fair.
To me, it is shocking that a huge platform like TMZ would have the audacity to go on the airwaves and say Nolan was not on that boat. We still have the CETO call to go over. I showed you guys that yesterday in the video I did yesterday. I'll put it in the comment section. Benjamin Crump says, yo, they have the audio and they're working with forensic audio engineers. We don't know what was on that call. We heard other audio engineers. We heard content creators. We heard a lot of people bring their variations, but we still have to wait for Benjamin Crump, and we still, newsflash, have to wait for the police investigation. So the audacity for Harvey to say that, and it goes what I always say about TMZ, they're always caping for the other side. You saw there in that clip, well, the boys have this spotlight on them. Oh, things are hard for the boys.
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space? With this free satellite Earth Maps tool, you can zoom right down to your...
I've never gotten more DMs, phone calls, and text messages than I did last night. My phone has been flooded with people asking me, Trent, are you the YouTuber that Bart is suing? Are you going to lose your YouTube channel? People sending me sham articles, reels from other content creators saying that Trent Out Loud is the YouTuber that's going to get sued for defamation from Bart. Well, here's the answer to that question. Bart's lawyer did say he's sending out more notices over the next couple of days, but no, I have not gotten a letter of defamation from Bart nor his legal representative. But I will tell you the content creator that did get a defamation letter, and I also will tell you the YouTuber that I think will be getting a defamation letter from Bart's attorney shortly. And when I am done breaking down defamation lawsuits with Bart, Katie, and YouTubers, I am going to give you guys some very important information from Benjamin Crump's press conference yesterday, where he gave us an update on the CETO call and what's going on with Nolan's throat.
Everyone in the background is saying, is he dead? Nolan, wake the up.
Claiming they're sinking and calling for help. And yet in the background, are we really hearing all of this other activity?
Nobody has ever, none of the kids on this boat have ever admitted that anybody said that they thought Nolan was dead.
CETO assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles? Hello?
Hey.
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down there.
All right, well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir?
I don't know the phone number. It's either. I think it's. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. I don't have the tag on
here. Unless you have a membership
number
or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at...
You are hearing the audio distress call from the boat. That is the boat on which Nolan Wells went to Horn Island. Now, there have been a lot of different accounts about whether he was on the boat when he came back from Horn Island, when he was supposed to come back from.
There was two kinds of slaves. There was the house Negro and the field Negro. The house Negro, they lived in the house with master. They dressed pretty good.
Brandon Tatum.
Because they ate his food, what he left. They lived in the attic or the basement, but still they lived near their master. And they loved their master more than the master loved himself. They would give their life to save their master's house quicker than the master would. The house Negro, if the master said, we got a good house here, the house Negro said, yeah, we got a good house here. Whenever the master said we, he said we. That's how you can tell a house Negro. If the master's house caught on fire, the house Negro would fight harder to put the blaze out than the master would. If the master got sick, the house Negro would say, what's the matter, boss? We sick. We sick. He identified himself with his master more than his master identified with himself. And if you came to the house Negro and said, let's run away, let's escape, let's separate, that house Negro would look at you and say, man, you crazy. What you mean separate? Where is there a better house than this? Where can I wear better clothes than this? Where can I eat better food than this? That was that house Negro. In those days, he was called a house. And that's what we call him today, because we still got some house running around here. This modern house Negro loves his master. He wants to live near him. He'll pay 3 times as much as the house is worth just to live near his master. And then brag about, I'm the only Negro out here. I'm the only one on my job. I'm the only one in this school. You're nothing but a house Negro. And if someone come to you right now and say, let's separate, you say the same thing that the house Negro said on the plantation. What you mean separate? From America? This good white man? Where you gonna get a better job than you get here? I mean, this is what you say. I ain't left nothing in Africa. That's what you say. Why, you left your mind in Africa.
And that's words from the minister, Farrakhan. You feel me? They showed Malcolm X, but that's words from the minister, Farrakhan. You feel me?
So, you think you know how to use me? But I can do more.
What's up?
Get advanced in 6 industry tools to become a data analyst by August. Start today with 15 minutes of daily practice to level up your skills and build a strong portfolio. Learn new tool every 2 weeks. Begin with Excel and Skrill to set strong foundation. Then practice Google Sheets for analytics and Tableau for meaningful data visualization. After that, advance your skill set with Python knowledge and deep data analysis skills to stand out.
Son, I know you ain't have no black men in your life. Nolan Wall's parents are finally fighting back,
and they are
It's time for you to
exposing
take
the
a
black
nap. Go
friend.
lay down.
Tristan, Mr. My black family was not there for me ever in life. These good white folks raised me. Tristan
Damn.
finally got the response he's been waiting for from Nolan Wells' family. Now, the family responded
Hold on, I'm
back
finna
to
change you.
Tristan's
I
interview with
smelled your
Benjamin
ass.
Crump.
Hold on.
No, sorry, with Officer Tatum, not Benjamin Crump. See, during this interview, Tristan, who claimed Nolan Wells was his best friend,
trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the heavens. Baby, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the heavens. Baby, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the heavens. Baby, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the heavens. Baby, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the heavens. Baby, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the heavens. Baby, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the heavens. Baby, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the heavens. Baby, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the heavens. Baby, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7. 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7. 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7. 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7. 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7. 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7. 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7. 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7. 365 until I reach the heavens. Grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7. 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7. 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners home, babe, they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners home, babe, they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners home, babe, they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners home, babe, they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners home, babe, they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners home, babe, they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners home, babe, they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners home, babe, they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners home, babe, they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners home, babe, they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners home, babe, they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7. 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7. 365 until I reach the heavens. Grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365 until I reach the heavens. Hey, I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7.
Shit didn't do that shit at all yesterday. All right. Guess I need another one. All right, let's get into this shit, man. Welcome back to the Lit House. This is Home Meat TV. Hustlers on a mission every day. Keep the light within you shining bright, you feel me? Yeah, this is another real nigga reaction. Whatever you do, make sure you do it capital, create a positive impact today and later. Fuck them haters, get your paper straight like that, you dig?
Son, I know you ain't have no black men in your life. Nolan Wall's parents are finally fighting back, and they are exposing the black friend. Tristan, Mr. My black family was not there for me ever in life. These good white folks raised me. Tristan finally got the response he's been waiting for from Nolan Wall's family. Now, the family responded back to Tristan's interview with Benjamin Crump. No, sorry, with Officer Tatum, not Benjamin Crump. See, during this interview, Tristan, who claimed Nolan Walls was his best friend, took the opportunity to go at his mama and his parents, which to me is not best friendly at all. So the interview that Nolan Wall's family did is actually with Cuomo, right? They sat down with Cuomo and responded back to all the nonsense that Tristan had to say.
His mom got on TV, as everybody has seen, and said that she didn't know me. And man, that can't be farther from the truth. Me and her son went on trips together. We went to Florida for spring break together. You don't know me?
Let me give Tristan some advice here, okay? Let me give Tristan some advice here, man. Because maybe Tristan is right. Maybe he didn't have black folks in his life. Maybe he didn't have his black family in his life. Because if his black cousins, uncles, or probably his black daddy, if his black daddy was in his life, right? If his black daddy was in his life, his black daddy would have told him, sir, you know what you don't do? If you have disagreements with your dad's best friend's mama, you know what you don't do? You probably don't go on a YouTube channel that's dedicated to hating on the mama, and then you further the hate on the mama by disparaging and disagreeing with the mama on that YouTube. That's what you don't do, sir. You don't do that if you love, quote unquote, Nolan. See, the proper response to that, Tristan, if you grew up with a black daddy, or if your black cousins or black uncles was in your life, they would have told you, Tristan, the proper response would have been,
I was able to take my resume from this to this in less than 10 minutes just using Enhance's resume builder. You can pull.
Hey, man, maybe she forgot me. I'm definitely going to reach out and try to remind her how she knew me, but I'm praying for her. I'm here whenever she needs me. That's the response. And I'll be real, even that response will be a little too far, because you on that man's channel. You on Tatum's channel, and Tatum has done nothing but hate, disparage, and lie on Nolan Wall's mama, your best friend's mama. So if I was you, I would have played, just because I'm on Tatum's channel, I would have went even, so I would have said, hey, listen, I'm not going to comment on that. I'm going to reach out to the family and try to talk to them about however I can help bring justice to Nolan Wall's my best friend. Keep it up. That's it. Keep it at that. Keep it at that. That's it. That's all. Okay? Keep it at that. That's all. That's all you should do. Keep it at that. But instead, you went on Officer Tatum's channel, the man who's been disrespecting your best friend's mama, to further disrespect her. Son, I know you ain't have no black men in your life. We don't move like this.
I'm in all these homecoming and prom photos as our whole friend group. Me and Nolan are standing next to each other. You don't know me. Him being the only black person, minority, any of that measure is insane. Our friend group is up.
Can I also say as well, you being in homecoming pictures with Nolan does not mean a mama. I'm sure Nolan Walls went to school with a lot of people that he was quote unquote friendly with. The mama wouldn't know who you was if you never came to the crib. You never met her. You was never at the birthday parties. Even if you was at, let's say, 1 or 2 birthday parties, if you didn't come around often or routinely like Nolan Wall's other best friends like Javon and like others, the mama wouldn't know. That's not proof that mama knew who you was. Maybe she just didn't look at Nolan Wall's homecoming pictures like that. She was looking at the pictures looking for her son, not for you. So, bro, this is, you doing this is nasty.
From the max. Like, we have a mixed guy. We had Nolan in our friend group. There's an Asian a part of our friend group. There's a Latino that they're trying to perceive as white. He's truly authentic Mexican. His parents are
so diverse, man. All right, so diverse, man. All right, a white Mexican, an Asian, and 2 black guys and 30 white guys. That right there is the peak of diversity.
From Mexico.
Nolan's parents, Christine and Elmore Wansley, join me now with counsel Ben Crump.
Yes,
thank you.
You talk about Mississippi, nigga. Yes, for Mississippi, that is multi-diverse. For Mississippi, I'm telling you, they got a Mexican and
Thank
a
you
Chico.
for joining us. I'm very sorry it's under these circumstances, but the job here is to give you a platform to keep people aware of your concerns. And Christine, I'll start with you. At this point, what is your biggest question about what's happening with this investigation?
It is really the same question that started it all, which is what happened to Nolan. That is the only question that we want answered. We just want to know what happened to our son. I know I personally, through my social media, also Attorney Ben and his team through their social media, that's been the big focus. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone understands that.
And that should low-key go without saying as well. Like, that should go without saying. Like, you should only be focused right now on getting Nolan justice. Not trying to debunk, go at, counteract, whatever his parents say. You should be focused right now as Nolan Well's best friend and get him justice. That's just a fact. She's right.
We would want what any parent would want, which is answers to find out what happened.
Understood. Elmore, you heard that kid Trace in the interview say that he was friends with Nolan and that you guys would know him. Do you know him? Do you recognize him?
No, I don't. Just because you park your vehicle in someone's yard doesn't mean that they have to know you. Sounds more to me like he's more focused on getting people to know him and getting away from the fact that his best friend is not here anymore.
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. I told y'all. When this man did the interview with Officer Tatum, and I'm talking about Tristan, right? My black family was not there for me. When he did the interview with Officer Tatum, right? When he did the interview with Officer Tatum, what did he say? He said, I was not on the boat that went to the island with Nolan. I was not on the boat that went back with Nolan or that was supposed to go back with Nolan. I got into a fight and left the island early. So I didn't come to the island with Nolan or with the group, and I didn't leave with Nolan or with the group. So why are you sitting down doing an interview? What does this have to do with you?
Right.
How does this pertain to you? Nobody on planet Earth knew who you was. Nobody accused you of doing anything. You was not on the boat to the island, nor was you on the boat going back from the island. Nobody accused you of anything. Nobody knew who you were. You decided you was gonna speak out to defend them white folks that you love when you have nothing to do with this situation whatsoever. You literally have nothing to do with this situation at all. This is clout chasing. You are clout chasing. Now, you began clout chasing on the parents. You began clout chasing on the mama. Mm-hmm. And now you're shocked that they don't like you. Now, even if they do know who you are, you think they're about to acknowledge you when you went on a platform of a brother who, first off, is anti-black, right? And y'all definitely fit together. You go on his platform of your quote-unquote best friends, mamas, and because Tatum is their enemy. Tatum and Jason Whitlock is their enemy. Those two people have done an immeasurable amount of bad. They have caused and inflicted an immeasurable amount of pain on your best friend's mama, and you go on that platform, and now you're shocked the family don't rock with you. Man.
Focus on getting people to know him and getting away from the fact that his best friend is not here anymore.
It's correct.
Everyone.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible. Nina can't code. Interesting. Can it generate reports?
It can now.
Nice. So you're saying we can all build apps now?
Yeah.
I'm on lunch.
I gotta make a call.
I'll be in my office.
Just built an inventory tracker.
Protein calculator.
Book sharing app.
A workflow manager that
Tracks who still owes for the group lunch.
trash duty schedule. Since no one seems to care. Just built a
I just created a goal tracking system.
We built the same thing, didn't
That they may have interviewed or at home. Our son isn't. Our son should be in college right now. We should be receiving phone calls from him about how his day went, but we can't. And we just want everybody to focus on what the real subject matter is.
Understood.
Understood.
One of the key aspects early on here, counsel, has been Nolan's phone. Originally, with why was it on the boat? Why was he separated from it? There are explanations about that. Was anything done to it? One of the friends responded to that suggestion. Let me play it for you and get your response.
None of us had a reason to go through Nolan's phone. There's multiple phones on the boat. Why would it be? And the boat was having issues. Why would our concern be getting on Nolan's phone or something? I don't even know Nolan's password. None of my friends do. We had no reason ever to get on Nolan's phone and look at anything. I didn't even touch Nolan's phone. None of us touched Nolan's phone until somebody took it off the boat and put it in Wyatt's truck, and then no one touched it until we handed it back to the mom that was at my buddy's house.
Counsel, does that square?
Chris Como, Nolan is dead. We're going to dot every I. We're going to cross every T. We're going to look under every rock. His mother called his phone repeatedly with no answer. That raises questions. That's all we want to get to is answers. If this was your child, Chris Como, wouldn't you want to ask every question possible for everybody who was on Horn Island to say, did you see what happened to Nolan? What happened? Where was he at? And that's all they're asking, and people are attacking them for trying to get answers. Can you imagine that? She's getting attacked at her job. She's getting bad job reviews. She had never gotten any in her entire career, and now.
And the friends got to understand too. Now, the friends didn't tell them directly. We do got to admit the friends never told anybody directly, hey, go and leave a bad review. They didn't tell anybody directly, hey, go and leave a bad review. Okay. They never said that.
But I'm going to tell everybody directly, go leave a good review, because we're going to create a positive impact today and later. And that's what I think we should do. You know what I'm saying? All that shit out of there. She not gonna have to work no more anyway. So, but let's give her a good review and boost that shit back up. You know what I'm saying? Let her know. You know what I'm saying? That we riding with her. You feel me? Go leave a good review right now.
However, all right, from my perspective, if you're, again, like Nolan Wall's quote-unquote friend, you're his quote-unquote friend, and you see the backlash that his mama is getting, you're seeing the backlash that he's currently getting, all right? Why would I, in my opinion, why would you contribute anything that could bring her hate, especially when she's grieving your best friend? Like, for example, bro, all right? When the black friend or the half-black friend criticized their decision to bring on Benjamin Crump, and then claim the family is making it about race. If you already know that's the narrative out there, and that people are already hating on your best friend, quote unquote, best friend mama, why would you want to contribute to any narrative that's going to bring her hate? Now, because of the rhetoric that y'all been spewing, because of your interviews, rather it's contributed 0.1% or 50%, it's still contributed somewhat. Now she's getting hate. Now her job is getting bombarded by bad reviews. Now her livelihood is at risk because of things that you wanted to do. Now I can understand Warren speaking out because Warren's name has been in the middle of this from day one. But that quote unquote half-black friend, Tristan, the quote unquote best friend, his name was not a part of this at all. He had nothing to do with this, but yet he implemented himself and put himself in the middle of this and contributed to his quote unquote best friend's mama being attacked. But how can you sleep at night?
Career, and now since she's been going on TV saying, I want to get answers for my son, she's been attacked by sick individuals trying to, in some way, discourage them from continuing to say his name and say that we won't let it be swept under the rug.
I understand that. Obviously, that's why we're all together right now. Christine, I want to make sure that you have the opportunity to get these answers. Do you believe, or do you have any reason to believe, that this investigation is doing exactly what you want it to do?
Sure. We know at the beginning they started out saying there was no foul play even before there was any investigation, Chris. So that was a concern to them at day one.
That was the trigger for why we felt we had to go this route, because it wasn't even hours after they had found his body where I'm watching on the news that the sheriff is saying likely an accidental drowning. We do not feel there's any foul play, but yet stories are not lining up. And so from there, that's why we're here now.
Elmore?
Facts. And after all these details come out about the bullshit that happened, you feel me? They want to try to backtrack all their motherfucking statements because them motherfuckers weren't finna do their job. Just another bunch of lazy motherfuckers doing it, you know what I'm saying? Employed with jobs again, trying to get over not doing shit. That's really all it was. Trying to cover that shit up. Because the judge's son involved. That's some fuck shit. No foul play. Yeah. Textbook Mississippi bullshit. That's what the fuck that was. Textbook Mississippi racist ass fuck shit. That's what the fuck
Which I
it
think
was.
it's a pretty reasonable response, right? And again, I'm gonna stop saying best friend because at this point, bro, these is enemies. Yo, Nolan Wells frenemies. Okay, so Nolan Wells frenemies went on Officer Tatum's platform, and they each said that they don't know why Benjamin Crump is a part of this, bringing Benjamin Crump in, make things worse. They never address. They don't ever address why she had to bring on Benjamin Crump, and she just explained it perfectly. Within an hour of Nolan Wells' body being found, the sheriff was already closing the investigation, closing the case. Yep, no foul play. They was about to write this off as no foul play. He's out of here. He's gone. But now Officer Tatum, even he's saying there might be some foul play that went on, bro. But Tatum is such a coward, right? What he said was, well, I don't believe the accidental drowning, but I do believe that somebody watched him die. Somebody was there when he died. What do you mean somebody was there when he died? Yeah, there was 2,000 people there. But he's such a coward, he won't even commit to Nolan Wells was killed or something foul took place, right? But now we understand why they brought on Benjamin Crump. So now y'all can stop with they're doing this for money, like Jason Whitlock just outright stated they're doing this for money. Tatum have said they're doing this for money. Now,
But us as real niggas, we already know that's why they brought him in. Bitch, we knew. Man, we knew that. As soon as we heard that shit, we knew what the fuck. Niggas was telling her what to do when we heard the shit. Hey, man, go get this nigga, because they got y'all fucked up. It was motherfuckers recruiting.
Now, Tatum trying to clarify, when I say they're doing this for money, I'm talking about Benjamin. No, you're not, bro, because Benjamin Crump has not received a dime from this situation. They're not paying Benjamin Crump for this.
Shit, they probably Benjamin Crump probably reached out like, oh, y'all, he probably heard that shit like, what, miss? Oh, no, we finna go down there. Hey, get her contact. Let's call her right now.
All that money that we see in the GoFundMe is going directly to the parents and to the research. So when you criticize them receiving money, you're criticizing the parents, and you know it, but you're trying to be slick because you understand you want to play the fence as well as you can. But that fence and stuff ain't going no more.
Together and being able to stay focused. But I'm here for it as long as there is the need. When you look at this situation, what is your darkest concern that you just want to make sure isn't true?
I've already lived my darkest concern.
Darkest concern
we just want the truth.
Already happened.
We just want someone to be brave enough to stand up and give us the truth. We can't grieve the way we need to because we're being disrespected. We're being called all kind of racist, bad parents. We were not raised like that, and we did not raise our children like that. So we just want the truth. Any parent would want that. Any father would want that.
Understood. Understood and true. And I know that we know one thing, and I know that this is not a time for solace, but there's one thing that has become constant in this story. You raised a beautiful young man who everybody sees exactly through that lens, that he was everything that you would want a son to have. And I have one just about that age. And everything I hear is exactly what you would want to hear, even in this young life. So God bless Nolan and his memory. And we will stay on this story and get the answers as soon as they can come.
So part of the answers is the autopsy, and the autopsy came today. Okay, the autopsy is here, people.
A well-chosen font is a powerful tool to grab
Shit getting crazy, man. Shit looking real spooky out here.
Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Sean Dardia, the defense attorney in the Nolan Wells case, he recently spoke about Mississippi's dark history of murdering black folks. Yeah, fam, murdering black folks and getting away with it. I'm talking about scot-free getting away with it. And man, this is bad, fam. I'm gonna let you check out what he had to say. Then I'm gonna come back with some stats that's gonna blow your head off. Woo.
Thank you, Mr. Crum. Tampering charges in this case is absolutely unacceptable. Tampering in itself means that someone intentionally hid, destroyed, or altered evidence. If the district attorney's office has that evidence, take that evidence, put it together, and present it to a new grand jury. If the district attorney's office doesn't want to do it, we are calling on an independent investigation by the Department of Justice because we are here for the truth. And one last point I want to add to what Mr. Crum said. Daniel Irving, when these boys said that he drowned, he was a high school swimmer. He was on the swim team. He was a healthy, young 18-year-old male. So that story that he drowned accidentally, it doesn't add up. It does not add up, and we want the truth.
Websites your competitors don't want you to know, part 2. All you do is go to this website, and it lets you find out exactly how much your competitors are making by showing you how much traffic they're getting, where the traffic's coming from, and
Y'all tell me why. I hate to put this out here like this, but it's true. Tell me why the other community, the ignorant community, I'm going to say the ignorant community because I don't want to label ignorant to a race of people because I have Caucasian friends, white friends that ain't racist or prejudiced at all. But the ignorant racist community, prejudiced community, have taken it upon themselves to career bomb Nolan Wells' mom, Christine. We all know Sister Christine. She's really sweet, kind. What you see is what you get. Very, very soft-spoken, meek, mild, kind, genuine person. And her husband, good people. Good people. But what's crazy is if you go on her business forum, where people do reviews, all of the other color, racist and prejudiced people are on there talking about how horrible she is and giving her bad reviews because she lost her son. So what we're doing, all of you, and y'all tell me why. I hate to put this out here like this, but all of the racist and prejudiced community in the state and country, obviously, have took it upon themselves to look up Nolan Wells' mom, Christine, which we know her. A lot of people in Mississippi know her, and her husband. They're good people, clean people. They took it upon. Y'all tell me why. I hate to put this out here like this, but it's true.
Is that your real voice, or you have the capability?
It can feel like the end of the world.
You ain't gotta book it at the airport. 3 minutes. Take 3 minutes to do it. Take 3 minutes to book a flight.
Do it? I don't know. I never booked a flight. I mean, last I checked, you just brought me back. You just brought me down here. What you want me to do?
It's okay.
No. We'll book it. We got it. I'm saying, I know you brought me down here. I know you're gonna send me back. You booked the flight. I know, but in the hotel, you did all of that. Look, I love you, but I just want to beat you in space before I leave.
You ain't gotta book it at the airport. 3 minutes. Take 3 minutes to do it. Take 3 minutes to book a flight.
do it? I don't know. I never booked a flight. I mean, last I checked, you just brought me back. You just brought me down here. What you want me to do?
It's okay.
No. We'll book it. We got it. I'm saying, I know you brought me down here. I know you're gonna send me back. You booked the flight.
Make you go get your mama and whoever else. Run it. Because I'm on that. When you disrespect the Brianna, talk about you'll knock her pictures out, but that's your favorite cousin.
Are you done with your interview?
No. I'm enjoying having a conversation.
You have,
Brother, I'm done.
I'm gonna fill a hole in your child.
I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta be on Bradley Martin's podcast. You're going back to Hollywood. I gotta be on Bradley Martin's podcast for all his story. I don't know. Yeah. Really appreciate you. Good. Thank you.
Hey. Are you done with your interview?
No.
Whoa. What is that?
It's 10 new games.
But also, too, it's part of society that has been allowed to occur, which is it's gut-wrenching at best. Because if you were in our situation, you know, how would
Imagine you are alone at home. Maybe it's a quiet evening after dinner, or a slow Sunday morning before anyone else is awake. And something shifts in your chest, something you have never felt before. Not dramatic, not the way you expected, just wrong. Now imagine that in that exact moment, you know what it means. You know the 3 steps. You know the sequence. And when the paramedics arrive, you are still conscious, still breathing, still here. That is not luck. That is preparation. And by the end of this video, you will have it. I'm Dr. Kevin Adewale, and I've spent 22 years as a practicing cardiologist. I've seen patients survive cardiac events that should have been fatal because they knew what to do and they did it. And I've seen patients who didn't make it, not because help was too slow, but because they lost the first 3 minutes. Those 3 minutes are what this video is about. But before we continue, I need to tell you something. There is one factor, one single detail that determines whether everything I'm about to teach you will actually work when your life depends on it. I'll come back to it at the very end. Don't skip ahead. Don't scroll to the timestamp, because without that piece, the rest of this video is nearly useless. Let's start at the beginning. Recognition. The number one reason people lose those critical first minutes is simple. They don't know what is happening. Movies have given all of us the same image. A man clutches his chest, staggers, and collapses instantly. That does happen, but it is not the most common presentation, not by a long way. In reality, symptoms usually build gradually, over minutes, sometimes over hours, and many people spend that entire window convincing themselves it must be something else. The classic signs include a heavy, pressing, or burning sensation in the center of the chest. Not always sharp, not always severe at first. Pain that spreads to the left arm, the jaw, the upper back, or the neck. Cold sweats that come on without any physical exertion. Shortness of breath that appears without obvious cause. Dizziness, and a feeling that is difficult to put into words. A deep sense that something is fundamentally wrong. That last one is important, Listen to it. I had a patient a few years ago, 71 years old, healthy, active. She came to see me 3 days after her symptoms started. 3 full days. She had assumed she had indigestion from a family dinner because the discomfort was in her abdomen, not her chest. By the time she arrived, significant damage had already been done. She told me she kept waiting for the chest pain she had seen on television. It never came. This brings me to something I need you to hear, especially if you are a woman over 60. Your symptoms may look nothing like that list. Research on this has been consistent for decades, and it is still not widely enough known. Women in this age group frequently experience cardiac events with little or no chest pain at all. Instead, they feel sudden, overwhelming fatigue, not ordinary tiredness, not the kind that comes from a long day. Something that arrives without warning or explanation, like the floor has shifted beneath you. They feel discomfort in the upper abdomen, almost identical to heartburn or indigestion. They feel nauseated or dizzy, or simply wrong in a way they cannot describe clearly to anyone. Because of this mismatch with what people have been taught to expect, women over 60 wait an average of 20 to 30 minutes longer before calling for help. And in a cardiac event, 30 minutes is not a delay. It is a difference between a full recovery and lasting damage to the heart muscle. The rule is this: if something feels wrong and you cannot explain it, call. Do not wait for the movie version. That version does not reflect how it works for most people, and waiting for it can cost you everything. Now, the 3 techniques for while you wait. Before I explain any of them, I want to be completely clear on one point. These techniques buy time. They are not a substitute for emergency care, and they are not a reason to delay making a call. Your first action, always, is to call your emergency number. Everything I am about to show you happens while you wait for that help to arrive, not instead of it. Technique 1, the controlled cough. Here is what happens during a cardiac event that involves arrhythmia, an irregular or temporarily absent heartbeat. The heart loses its normal pumping rhythm. Blood flow to the brain begins to decrease. Within seconds, you may feel lightheaded. Within a minute or two, you can lose consciousness entirely. When you take a deep breath and cough forcefully, you increase the pressure inside your chest cavity. This mechanical pressure acts as a pump. It pushes blood toward the brain and toward the vital organs. And in certain types of dangerous arrhythmia, this pressure change can actually interrupt the abnormal rhythm. But the window for this is narrow. It is within the first 2 to 3 minutes of onset. Here is exactly what you do. Breathe in deeply, filling your lungs fully. Then cough. Hard. Not a polite, restrained cough. A full, forceful, deliberate cough from deep in the chest. Repeat every 2 seconds. Inhale, cough. Inhale, cough. Continue for as long as you are conscious and physically able to continue. 60 seconds of controlled coughing can maintain meaningful blood flow to your brain while your heart is struggling to maintain its rhythm. That is a trainable, repeatable action that requires no equipment, no other person in the room, and no tools of any kind. Let that sit for a moment. The difference between staying conscious and losing consciousness in those early minutes may come down to something as straightforward as knowing how to breathe and cough correctly. Quick question while we're here. Do you know your resting heart rate? Just a number. Write it in the comments below. I have a specific reason for asking, and I will explain what it means in an upcoming video. Technique 2, the precordial thump. I want to give you the warning before I give you the technique, because this one matters. The mechanism, a sharp, controlled blow delivered to the center of the sternum, the breastbone, can generate a small electrical charge across the heart muscle. In certain types of arrhythmia, specifically during the first 3 minutes after onset, this small charge can interrupt the abnormal rhythm. Think of it as a primitive mechanical defibrillator, a tool of last resort, used only when nothing else is available and the situation is clear. How to perform it. Close your fist. Use the padded, fleshy area at the base of your fist, just above the wrist, not the knuckles. Strike the center of your sternum. The blow should be firm and deliberate. Not a wild punch, not a light tap. Controlled. 2 or 3 strikes. Now the warning, and please take this seriously. If you have osteoporosis or low bone density, this technique carries a genuine risk of rib or sternal fracture. If you are on anticoagulant medications, blood thinners of any kind, this technique is not appropriate for you. Know this about yourself before a crisis arrives, not during one. If either of those conditions applies to you, skip this technique entirely and focus your energy on the cough and the breathing. Every tool has constraints. Part of preparation is understanding which tools belong in your kit and which do not. Technique 3, the Hegu point. I know this may seem unexpected coming from a cardiologist. Here's the physiology behind why I include it. The Hegu point is located in a soft tissue web between your thumb and index finger. Firm pressure at this specific point stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, the branch of your nervous system responsible for calming the body's responses. It is the counterweight to the fight or flight system. During a cardiac event, panic escalates rapidly.
I ain't gonna lie, man. It's like I gotta be in a certain state of mind to be listening to that type of shit. And then people are fucking with me like I got a weak stomach type shit. Like if I'm with my wife, and I feel like I'm only like this because right now I got my daughter with me, so I'm not in that mindset. Like I'm not in that warrior mindset type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm being a father to a little girl that's 4 years old, bro, with nonverbal autism. So I'm got to be extra. You know what I'm saying? I guess me dealing with her just like that. Me listening to them, I guess that fucked with me too, because I'm like, damn, man, I gotta. And I had an incident when I think I was going through like a little minor heart attack type shit when I was fucking with them pills. I ain't doing that shit long. That ain't even why I stopped. I was still doing that shit 2 years after that shit happened. I ain't gonna lie, man. I thought I was finna die. I said, man, I'm not finna die this trip. Not in this one. Hey, this bitch ain't even popping like that right now. They don't care bitches hell. Nap time. Nap time. Nap time. Nap time. Get in the bed. Nap time. Let's go. Left, right, left, right, left, right. You're going to sleep. Nap time. Get in the bed. Yeah, whatever. Get in the bed. It's over with. Hey, what I just said? You ain't hear me just tell you to get in the bed? I know I just told you to get in the bed. Who I just told to get in the bed? I know I just told you to get in the bed, didn't I? I know I just said get in the bed. Didn't I just say get in the bed? So why is you going over there if I just told you to get in the bed? Why is you over there when I told you to go get in your bed? You supposed to be over here in your bed right now. Why are you not in your bed? Five, 4. Go get in your bed. I'm not finna play with you. Lay down. You finna take a nap. Yeah, get in the bed. Cause you finna lay down. I don't know what the hell wrong with you. But you need to lay down. Take a nap. No. It's over with. Go lay down. Cause I told you don't touch it. If you wouldn't have touched it, it would have been playing. I don't care. Go cry yourself to sleep. Yeah, turn it off and get in the bed. Good night. Good job. Good night. Lay down. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go get in the bed. Go get in your bed. Stop playing with me. I don't know what you thinking. Now take a nap. Lay down and go to sleep. She gonna learn one way or the motherfucking another. Shit. Damn.
After the recent allegations with this girl that pulled up on you.
The crazy thing is, our shit been tight, but it's just like, Shorty just did some weird shit. What are you doing?
And the thing
And then said she came back.
Yeah, 3 times though. And according to the report, it's 3 times. So the first time they were at the crib, the second time she left for the day, came back, and then the third time she saw you at a party and then came back. So it's kind of like,
what are you doing?
What's going on?
Right. And then it'll be a charge. Yeah. That's what a lot of people don't know though. That's really true.
And then it goes into guilty until proven innocent.
Exactly. Motherfuckers don't know how expensive those cases get, bro. And then they stretch, and then it's like, the lawyer fees.
After the recent allegations with this girl that pulled up on you.
The crazy thing is,
know you fuck with me. You don't gotta act like you don't.
It's not like I'm proud of you though. Like I'm dead ass like proud of you, like brother to brother, like black brother to brother, like dead ass, like really. Me being a nigga ass made him like famous, like more famous, bro.
But stop playing with me like that on camera. You know how I get.
And like dead ass, I'm not gonna lie.
So if I slap the fuck out you, I'll be on. On some real nigga shit. You know,
you not agent, nigga. You're not agent, bro.
No, you fuck with me. You don't gotta act like you don't.
It's not like I'm proud of you though. Like I'm dead ass like proud of you, like brother to brother, like black brother to brother. Like dead ass, like really, me being a nigga ass made him like famous, like more famous, bro.
But stop. No, you fuck with me. You don't gotta act like you don't.
What message do you want to be burnt in the culture forever? I want everybody to know they God. The why is everybody out there right now do not want to depend on themselves. They want to depend on everybody else. They don't believe in themselves. They think believing in themselves is like a crime. But without believing in themselves, what can they do? They believe in the money. They believe in their homeboy. They believe in everything else, but not in themselves. And that's the biggest problem. Because you don't have a belief in yourself, then you can't get shit. Because it starts with what you believe. I swear to God, my mama, so everybody need that belief in themselves and believe that they God and know that they God. Yeah. What message do you want to be burnt in the culture forever? I want everybody to know they God. The why is everybody.
Hey man, we'll be back, yo.
I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in. Trying to school my partners, I don't think they pay attention. I'm sticking to my vision, on the road to the riches. Every single day, I'm a hustler on a mission, trying to get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the heaven.